Hello coders, I welcome you all. In this video, we are going to understand multi-agent AI systems. So here we will discuss what multi-agent systems are, why a single AI agent is sometimes not enough, how multiple AI agents collaborate together, different multiple agent patterns, and how to build a practical multi-agent workflow in n8n. By the end of this video, you will clearly understand how modern AI systems divide complex tasks across multiple specialized AI agents instead of depending on a single agent alone. Now, let us first understand what a multi-agent systems actually means. A multi-agent systems is a workflow where multiple AI agents work together to solve a particular problem. Instead of giving one AI agent every responsibility, we divide the work between specialized agents. Each agent handles a specific task. Let's take one example, flight booking system. So in a flight booking system, one agent can search flights, another agent can verify budgets, another agent can generate emails, and another agent can handle customer support. So instead of one large AI agent doing everything, we create multiple smaller specialized agents. This approach provides better accuracy, cleaner workflows, easier debugging, modular design, and better scalability. Now let us understand some common multi-agent patterns. All these patterns we are going to implement using n8n. So first pattern is sequential agents. In this approach, one agent completes a task, passes the output to the next agent, and the workflow continues step by step. This pattern is called sequential agents. Now let's understand the second pattern, which is supervisor agent. Here, one main agent acts like a manager or supervisor and delegates tasks to other specialized agents. This is our supervisor agent or supervisor pattern. Now let's discuss our third pattern, parallel agents. In this approach, multiple agents work simultaneously and their outputs are combined later. So we are going to implement these three multi-agent patterns, sequential agents, supervisor agent, and parallel agents using n8n. So let's jump to n8n. As you can see, now we are on n8n. Now let's start with our first multi-agent pattern called sequential agents. As you know, in a sequential multi-agent system, one agent completes its task first, then passes the output to the next AI agent, and the flow continues step by step. This is sequential multi-agent system. This is useful when the next task depends on the previous task output. Now let's implement a simple sequential multi-agent workflow using n8n. And for this demo, we will build AI travel planning assistant. So here, the first agent will suggest flights. The second agent will suggest hotels. And the third agent will generate a final travel summary. So for this example, we are not using any external dataset or Google Sheets because our main goal here is to understand sequential multi-agent architecture and how multiple AI agents pass information step by step inside a workflow. So now let's build this step by step, our AI travel planning assistant. So here let's give the name first, sequential multi-agent travel planner. You can download this all from my GitHub account. Link is provided in the description of this video. This plus sign, and we are going to add our first AI agent. Let's search for AI agent. And this is our flight recommendation agent. So we have renamed it. Now let's click here, add option. We are going to add system message or system prompt. Let's remove this default. I have already created this flight recommendation agent. You are a flight recommendation agent. Your job is to recommend one suitable flight, suggest a budget-friendly option, return short flight details that can be used by the next agent. Keep the response short, clean, and professional. Do not explain reasoning, right? That I have created for all three agents. So let's copy this. Let's paste it over here. Done. Let's close this. So this is our first agent. And Next, we have to add our chat model. Open AI chat model. Let's skip this default parameters and let's close this. Let's run this. So this is the message. Plan a Goa trip from Mumbai under 25,000 rupees. Let's run this. So currently our first agent is running. Our flight recommendation agent is running. Done. This is the output from our first agent. Now let's click over here because we are following sequential agent. So we have to click over here and we are going to add our second agent, which is hotel recommendation agent. So first let's change the name, hotel recommendation agent. Done. Same, add option, system prompt. And this is system prompt for our hotel recommendation agent, our second agent. Let's copy, let's paste it over here. Done. But one main thing. Here you can see the connection, one after another. The input should come from the first agent output, right? So we have to change the mapping. You can see. Let's click here to our second agent. Here it is connected to chat trigger node by default, this. But here we have another agent in between. So we have to change this connection. So here two options. We have to select the second option defined below. And you can see flight recommendation agent, which is first agent. The output of this we have to put over here. That will become input to our next agent. Now done. We can directly add this chat model over here like this, right? But I think let's add new chat model. Done. Again, let's use the same message. I'm pressing up arrow key. Let's run this. You can see our first agent is running. Output of this first agent become the input to the next agent, hotel recommendation agent. Done. Also, you can check the output after two agents. Both have done their work. But now we are going to add our third AI agent, travel summary agent. Let's click over here, this plus sign, AI agent. Again, we have to change this trigger to define below. You can see. You might have observed why we are running our flow again and again. If you are not running, you can't see this output from the previous agent. So we have to run our flow at each step. Then only you will get this, otherwise not, right? That's why we are running our flow again and again. Please remember this. Done. Add option, system message. Let's remove this. I have created for this. Let's copy, paste it over here. This will create a final summary from previous by combining flight recommendation and hotel recommendation agents output and generate the final summary. Let's give the name travel summary agent. Done. Let's close this. I think now it's visible, right? Again, here we have to add our brain. Open AI chat model. Done. All done. Now again, open chat, press up key and the same query from the user. Now you can see output of this first agent become the input to our second agent, which combine the both, and output of this will become input to our travel summary agent. We have to wait. It will take some time. Now you can see this is our sequential agent. Each agent receives the processed output from the previous agent, which creates a proper sequential multi-agent workflow that you can see over here. So it will take some time. I'm going to post this video. Done. So workflow executed successfully. Now let's open this chat and let's check the output. Great. You can see recommended flight, recommended hotel, and short travel summary. Great. So what happened here? The first agent recommends flights, then the second agent recommends hotels, and finally the third agent generates the final travel summary that you can see. This is called sequential multi-agent architecture because agents execute one after another in sequence that you can see, right? So this is a simple practical example of sequential multi-agent workflows in n8n. So now let's understand another important multi-agent pattern called parallel agents. As you can see in this sequential workflow, agents executed one after another, but in parallel multi-agent systems, multiple AI agents work simultaneously. This is useful when tasks are independent and do not depend on each other's output. For example, one agent can finalize flights, another agent can analyze hotels, and another can analyze tourist attractions all at the same time. And this makes the workflow faster, more scalable, and more efficient. Now let's implement a simple parallel multi-agent workflow in n8n. So again, for this demo and for simplicity, we will again build AI travel planning agent, but this time all agents will work independently in parallel. So here, let's click this plus button, workflow and personal. Click this sign, AI agent. So this is our first agent, flight recommendation agent. Again, add option, system message, and these are the prompts, system prompts, right? Almost same as we have used for sequential agent. Let's copy this and let's paste it over here. Let's close this. Let's move here. Chat model, open AI chat model. We are keeping this default parameters. Let's close this. Done. Now let's create our second AI agent. This time we have to add new agent from here because we are implementing parallel agent. So let's click over here, AI agent, and this. Let's change the name. This is hotel recommendation agent. Let's close this and we have to connect this from directly chat trigger node because they are working in parallel. Let's click over here, add option, system message. Let's remove this. And this is our system message. Let's copy this. Let's paste it over here. Done. And let's use this same OpenAI chat model. You can add one separate model over here as well. Now done. Let's add our third AI agent. We have to click over here, AI agent, which is tourist place recommendation agent. Again, add option, system message. Let's remove this. Let's copy the system message. All these you will get from my GitHub account. Link is provided in the description of this video. Done. Let's close this. Again, we have to add this. And chat model I'm using same. You can add separately from here as well, right? Done. So you can see the workflow looks like this. Chat trigger connected with all. Flight agent, hotel agent, and tourist place agent. So now all these agents will be executed simultaneously instead of waiting for one another. This is called parallel multi-agent architecture because our agents will work independently in parallel. Now let's test this. Chat, and here plan a Goa trip from Mumbai under 25,000 rupees. Let's press enter. You can see we have to wait. It will take some time. You can see all these agents are executing in parallel, right? So here one agent recommends flights, one agent recommends hotels, and another recommends tourist attractions all at the same time. So this is simple practical example of parallel multi-agent workflows in n8n. Let's check. Great. You can see plan for 4 days, estimated cost, recommended hotel, budget friendly stay. Great, that you can see, right? Hope all of you are clear with parallel multi-agent workflows. And let's understand another very important multi-agent pattern called manager or supervisor agent architecture. In the previous sequential workflow, agents were connected step by step manually, right? In this parallel workflows, agents work independently at the same time. But in the real world AI systems, we often use one main AI agent that controls multiple specialized AI agents. This is the main agent, and this main agent is called manager agent or supervisor agent. The supervisor agent acts like a team manager. Instead of manually deciding which agent should execute and when it should execute, the supervisor agent makes those decisions dynamically. This architecture is very common in enterprise AI systems, AI copilots, autonomous AI agents, and customer support systems. Also in research agents. Now let's implement a simple supervisor multi-agent workflow in n8n. For this demo, we will build AI student admission assistant. So here the supervisor agent receives the student request first and then delegates tasks to specialized agents. We will create marks verification agent, document verification agent, and admission summary agent. Now let's build this step by step. So let's create new workflow and let's call it supervisor multi-agent admission system. Now let's click over here, AI agent, and this is our supervisor agent or manager, right? So we have to give system prompt accordingly because this is a manager system message, and you can see system prompt for supervisor. You are a supervisor agent. Your job is to understand the student admission request, coordinate specialized agents, assign marks verification, assign document verification, and generate a final structured summary. Assume all required student documents are already uploaded, right? That we are assuming for this task. To make it simple, keep the response short, professional, and structured. Do not explain reasoning. So let's copy this prompt and let's paste it over here. Done for supervisor agent, our main manager agent. Let's close this. Let's move over here. Now the main part, we have to add here next AI agent as a tool, right? So we have to click over here, this tool, and you can see AI agent tool. Great. So we have to use this. We are keeping this description as it is, and here let's change the name, marks verification agent. Add system message, and this is very simple prompt for marks verification agent. Done. Let's close this, and we have to add the chat model first. OpenAI chat model. Let's keep parameters as it is. And this agent is also using this. You can add separate model here as well, but I am using this common chat model. Let me check it once. Student Rahul has scored 85% in HSC. Documents uploaded, Aadhaar card, mark sheets. Check admission eligibility. You can see it is using OpenAI chat model multiple times. You can see workflow is executed successfully. Let's check, and this is the result, right? But here you can see this issues. Parameter prompt user message is required. Let's click over here, and here let the model define this parameter. Done. Let's close this, and I'm refreshing it. As you can see, we have added one supervisor agent and marks verification agent. Now let's add one more agent, document verification agent. So again, we have to click over here. Please remember this, right? Tool of supervisor agent and AI agent tool. Let's change name to document verification agent. Let's click over here. Let the model define this parameter. Add option, system prompt or system message. And this is the system prompt for document verification agent. Let's copy this. Let's paste it over here. Done. Again, I am using this same chat model. Now let's add one more agent for admission summary agent. Again, we have to click over here, supervisor agent, AI agent tool, and let's change name to admission summary agent. Again, let the model define this parameter. Add option, system message. Let's remove this default. And this is admission summary agent. You can see you are an admission summary agent. Your job is to combine verification results and generate a final admission summary. Keep the response short, professional, and easy to read. Copy this and let's paste it over here. Done. Again, I am using same chat model. As I said multiple times, you can use separate chat model as well. You can see now supervisor agent is connected with marks verification agent, document verification agent, and admission summary agent. So now the supervisor agent controls the workflow and delegates tasks to specialized AI agents dynamically. This is called supervisor multi-agent architecture because one main agent manages multiple specialized agents. So before I execute this, you have to understand very important thing. How this workflow actually executes internally. When the user sends a request, shortly we will send, the supervisor agent receives the request first. Then the supervisor agent decides which tool agent should execute. So internally it calls the marks verification agent tool, receives the verification result, then calls the document verification agent tool, receives the document verification result, and finally calls the admission summary agent tool. It may be in different order as well. That supervisor agent will decide how to call, when to call. The final summary is then written back to the user. So unlike sequential workflows, we are not manually connecting agents step by step. Instead, the supervisor agent dynamically controls the execution flow. So now let's test this. So let's open chat and this is our prompt. Student Rahul has scored 82% in HSC. Documents uploaded, Aadhaar card and marksheet. Check admission eligibility. Let's enter this message and you can see now supervisor agent will decide which agent to be called. So here the supervisor agent analyzes the request, delegates marks checking to the marks verification agent, delegates document checking to the document verification agent, and the finally admission summary agent generates the final admission result. And great, you can see the final summary. Great, right? So this is a simple practical example of supervisor multi-agent workflows in n8n. Hope all of you are clear with multi-agent AI systems. So we have successfully implemented these three multi-agent systems: sequential agents, supervisor agent, and parallel agents. Hope all of you are clear with this, right? Try to implement this by your own and let me know in the chat window. See you in the next video.